Hello and welcome to the first Merlin Mumbles of 2025. So we are pretty much at the end of January. Actually, we're at the very end of January. It's the 31st when I post this video. I have decided now to use Merlin Mumbles as a sort of a way to update you guys on what I've done in the hobby over the past month. So end of every month, I'll be doing a Mumbles video from now on. I'll give you news I've heard, rumours, etc. Updates on my social medias, what I'm going to be doing in the month after, and I'll even show you off a model of the month, whether it's mine or even yours. So, to kick things off, a hobby roundup. So, my month started pretty slow. I was finishing off a lot of my Christmas stuff. Built my Warder Ring, built my Blood Angels Combat Patrol. That got finished about halfway through January. Looking over, I also have a few random models. I've got some Scions, Spirit Seer. I've got a Azurite Ruins. Azurite Ruins, it's the new trinket for Age of Sigmar. I've forgotten. I'll put it in somewhere. Domicile Shell. There we go. Remembered it. Yeah, there's still a lot to spray. Some of the stuff that I built and sprayed, of course, I've pretty much already painted. I've done my first 3D terrain for Combat Patrol using a lot of kits. Those were mild expenses, and all in all, really, they turned out really nicely, I think. Other than that, I finished off a few older models that had minor details left to finish. Obviously, did my usual Combat Patrol videos and issues each week for you guys. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It's been a quiet-ish month. Of course, I've had my Krieg. I've built one box. I've got another one to go. Other than that, yeah, I'm just trying to see anything else to do. No, I think that is literally it rounded up. So yeah, that's pretty much the hobby roundup. So news. First off, I will start with some new emails for you guys to contact me on. There's submissions at .madmerlins@gmail.com. This is going to be a email for you guys to send me your models that you've painted in each month that I might choose to post in this video, my most favorite. And perhaps I'll do a community post of my top 5 favorites at the end of each month as well. If you have any generic questions or requests, there is questions.madmerlins@gmail.com. You can email me all your questions, submissions for video ideas, etc. So yeah, no longer do you have to use commissions.madmerlins. That's going to be exclusively for commission customers who, of course, if you do want a commission, do email commissions.madmerlins@gmail.com. I'll put all of these in a probably in a text bubble and also in a video description. So yeah, as I said, I would like you guys to start submitting to me your models that you've painted. I'll pick my favorites and put them up in community posts and even in the videos like this one. Other news, I have just set up my first Discord server. Yet to decide if it's going to be an exclusive for Patreon people only or if I will extend it to YouTube. I'm going to see how things go. Speaking of Patreon, I'm going to start uploading all my Combat Patrol videos to Patreon. I'm also going to start doing, providing they are edited and ready, day early releases for Combat Patrol videos. So if you would like to see each Combat Patrol video a whole day early, do sign up to the Patreon. It will be available to all tiers, providing you are paying. And of course, yeah, I'm going to have Discord available to people as well. It's going to be a nice little thing. We can chat, discuss paint techniques. Again, if you want to, you can use that to ask me any ideal questions on how to tackle certain things, and I'll give you my responses as best as I can. And it'll just be a general place to hang out and chat hobby and Warhammer. Other news. So rumours and stuff, not a lot I can say at the moment. We've had a lot of rumours. The LVO Open, of course. I'm looking forward to the Slanesh stuff. I think most of all, there's some other tasty reviews. Did like the look of the Soulblight Gravelord stuff. That was quite nice. I'm a big softie when it comes to a Skeleton Legion. I am going to try and sell off some Age of Sigmar armies before I dedicate myself to collecting any more, though. Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff. But yeah, the standout things I think were the Soulblight Gravelords and the Slanesh Empress Children stuff. Lucius Eternal was an awesome looking model. Very nice. I'm going to be definitely picking up the launch box, just the one this time round though. And I think I'll pick up the Combat Patrol as a nice expansion to that force. And of course, I've got to get Fulgrim. And I may add some Slaneshi Demons, providing they update the Demonettes, because I don't get on very well with that kit. The arm connections are really tiny. You can't get a good bond with them. They snap off all the time, or at least they used to when I had a Fantasy Demons army. But yeah, other than that, I really do hope we get some more new models for various different factions. There's been, of course, that new Nurgle guy coming out. One rumor that it has definitely been, I think, revealed it has to have been a potato Photoshop, if you can get a potato Photoshop, was somebody had been posting around 2 new combat patrols for World Eaters and Grey Knights, and yeah, they were horrible boxes. They made absolutely no sense. You had Khan, 8-bound, Flesh Hounds, and a Hellbrute. That was an absolute terrible choice for a combat patrol. Khan needs a unit to go with. He probably could join the 8-bound, but he does best with Berserkers, as he is one, effectively. Though he is a Chaos Lord, but he was a Berserker at the time of the Heresy. Captain of one of the assault companies, I think it was. But yeah, he fits best with Berserkers, not the 8-bound. And the Grey Knight one was even worse. It was the Dread Knight, 5 Purifiers for some reason, Kaldor Drago, which is definitely not going to happen. They would not put a fine cast model in a combat patrol. I can tell anybody that for a fact now. And a Boxnaut. I could see a future combat patrol using the Boxnaut. It's a nice model, and I think a lot more people should use them in the games. It adds a lot of anti-tank to the Grey Knights with the Twinning Las option. You also got the plasma option, or the heavy assault, or the assault cannons. And yeah, the fist is good. It's a pretty good model. Definitely need to get 1 or 2 for my own Grey Knights. I am looking forward to the Grey Knight release. We are going to be getting something in the near future. By the looks of the roadmap, I don't expect anything till probably October, September maybe. But yeah, the roadmap was Imperial Guard, Empress Children, and Eldari. We've already had the Eldari stuff, so it's the Imperial Guard, which will probably be February, and Empress Children are looking like they'll be March. After that, it was the other 3 Chaos Forces, so that'll be April, May, and June. July is most, well, we're not too sure. July is usually held for a specialist game, I think. After that, it's going to be Space Marines, Grey Knights, Black Templars, and Chaos Knights. And there has been rumours of possibly a campaign book focusing on the war for Armageddon and a return to that setting. That's going to be interesting if it's true. Yeah, other than that, I think that's all the rumours I can really tell. Yeah, there's not a lot else I can think about mentioning. If I think of anything, I will put it up in a little bubble. So that's pretty much it for my news. I'm just checking my list. So yeah, I've mentioned obviously the new ways to contact me, Patreon, special videos and episodes, early access videos, and of course access to my Discord server. Moving on then to what am I going to be doing next month? Well, February, as I've mentioned on a couple of posts, is going to be Finish It February. I've got a long list of models I want to finish. I'm going to try and do it from easiest to finish to hardest to finish. The easiest ones to finish are going to be stuff I've already started, so my Hive Tyrant and my Tyrannid Prime for my friend's Tyrannid army that she asked me to build and collect for her. They've got very little details left to do. I think it's just a few finer highlights. I've got to glue the gun onto the prime, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, I think I've got like one leg worth of highlights to do on Winged Hive Tyrant. After that, I've got a few other small models that I've started that need finishing. So Greyfax, I want to try and repaint her base to match in with the rest of my generic armies. I've got some Lord of the Rings models that I want to try and finish, but they may end up getting pushed back to March, as I'm planning on doing Middle-earth March, which will be with more details in my next Mumbles. But yeah, I've got a lot of things to do. I'm going to try and leave stuff that I haven't started till later on. I got a load of Stormcast stuff I'd like to get finished, a load of terrain pieces I'd like to get finished. Illuminor Zaras is going to need a little bit of a fixing job. Somehow the top of his staff has come loose, so I'm going to snap that off and pin it into place, and then try and finish him off with some extra highlights and details to his base and put him in my cupboard for storage. So that's pretty much it for what's happening next month. It's going to be a fun month of clearing the backlog, getting stuff done. Then I can start planning and preparing models for future projects. I've got a lot of stuff built, just need to get I should have done it today because we had a lovely day today. But hopefully we'll get another dry day, nice warm day that I can go out and do a bunch of spraying. I've got all my Rohan and stuff that I mentioned from Christmas to spray. I've got some stuff I've recently built to spray. And yeah, there's a lot to do. I'm still preparing for it. Of course, still doing my combat patrol videos. The chaplain is on the table, ready to do. My replacement issue has been ordered and no idea when it will be arriving. But I'm going to get to work on the one that I've got using the damaged issue. If I need to send it back, I'll send back, of course, a damaged issue and the replacement model that arrives. But I don't think they haven't mentioned they want it back. So I'll probably end up with 2 chaplains on bike, one for Combat Patrol magazine and one for my Blood Angels army, which I'm still needing to build and finish off the Invader ATV and 5 jump intercessors to add to my army. And not forgetting to mention the entire contents of the Blood Angels Death Company box. I still have all 20 infantry plus the Dreadnought to build for that. I'm going to finish off Le Martes in Finish It February. It's going to be one of my paint videos I'm going to hopefully do in between Combat Patrol videos. As I've said previously, the next issue of Combat Patrol, issue 20, is going to be different to the usual ones. It's going to be a full detailed build guide, followed by the full paint guide, followed by the usual battle. So well, that's pretty much everything. All what's left to do is my model of the month. And my personal model of the month, I think, has to be my Mephiston. Really enjoyed painting this guy and cracked him out in just a couple of days, really, I think it was. I'll put some high resolution photos somewhere in here. But yeah, really enjoyed painting him. Nice addition to my Blood Angels army. Really pleased with how the dark red cloak came out. That was quite nice. I did corn red, the all over wash that I usually do with my Blood Angels, which is, I think, is 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 of Agrax and Lamy Medium. Thin it down, gives a nice all over shading. Relayered with corn red, then edge highlighted a chunky highlight of Wazdaka red and a fine highlight of pink horror. And yeah, that came out as quite a nice sort of dusky red for the cloak. And yeah, contrasts nicely to the brighter red of his armor. Yeah, there we have it. That's it for this Merlin's Mumbles. I hope you've enjoyed it. Nice little insight into my hobby and hopefully the future of the channel, etc. Do drop your comments and submissions for the next video into my emails, which will be in the video description. I'll try and get back to you guys as soon as I can. All I have to do is then say thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time for another mumbling session. So thank you and goodbye.